What up, YouTube? Today, this is my project. So, this is a 2007 Toyota Tundra, and the issue I was experiencing with it is with the gear shift lever. So, I had a gear range fault when it pulled up on the computer for the transmission. So, the first thing that went through my mind is, hey, it's the one strapped to the transmission. So, under further investigation, I'm having a hard time trying to get this thing out of gear. And when it does go out of gear, it goes straight to drive on the dash. It starts up in neutral, and no matter what gear I put it in here, it shows it drive once it's moved from the park position. So that led me to start thinking, maybe it's the gear shift assembly itself. I wish I had started recording before I did this, because I could have showed you a little bit more. Kind of showed you what I got into. So what I started doing was, there's a range indicator in here as well, back there. So it tells when it's in neutral, drive, and park. So like I said, I started playing around with it and started doing a little research. Come to find out that there was an actual piece that broke off right here. And that's what controls the gear shift range, because it reflects right here on this little mechanism. So with that being missing, it showed up every gear but the right gear that it was in. So it was automatically showing it was in drive. I hate I didn't start recording earlier, but I'm gonna show you what happens when I plug in a new one. Which is pretty interesting. Poor truck has been beat down. It's a work truck, so it doesn't really matter. Now I gotta remember where I put the gear shift. Oh, there it is right there. There's the new one. So, gonna get that in and put it in. Yep, horn still works. Match them up, make sure everything's the same. Now that one has a little piece that's broke off. Well, it's not broke off, it's in there. You can't see it as good as it did on the other one. But let me show you the broken piece. I think I threw it away just that fast. But either way, a way of telling that it's bad is it's really hard to shift. And then when it does shift out of park, it's just free moving. So give me a second and I'll go back through it backwards when I'm putting it in. So we're gonna work on the reinstallation. I had to clean it up a little bit because it was kind of grossing me out. First thing, it takes 4 bolts to hold this thing down. Gonna go over that in a second, the perimeter bolts and such. So put this in neutral as so. Then that way you can hook up your gear shift cable, that is. And it should just snap in like that. Nothing hard, nothing complicated. It just pops on. And you get that hooked back up. Go ahead and run your cable in the appropriate place like this. Sorry about that. You got a little discombobulated, I'm sure. Let me see if I can set this down so I can show you how to do this. So you grab your locking clip, which is right here, to hold your gear shift cable into place. So now you can put it back in park like I'm doing now. So that snugs everything up right there. So you slide that in there, of course, which is gonna take 2 hands. Well, no, maybe I was wrong. Got one on. You don't want it to slide off, so you want to have it on there pretty tight. So now that you got that in place, you can start plugging everything back in reverse. So you don't have to move the console out the way, but it helps. It's 4 10mm bolts in the bottom of it. Just slide it back, and that's pretty much it. So we got all of that locked back in. So now we got to plug everything back up. Okay, this one goes into the console, so we're gonna put this one right here for now out of the way. So you have 2 more plugs. Well, this is one of them, but the other one goes in the front, which is the gear range selector. So now we got that in place, kind of work the screws back in. Then plug that in. If you just want to test it, like I was saying, just plug this back up. Right there in the front. I can't see what you're looking at, but you guys see it pretty good. So it's in there. So, good rule, at least put 2 bolts in to hold it in place so you can test and make sure everything is okay. Don't have to be solid, but just enough to make sure that the shifter is not gonna move when you test everything. So right now, when I put the key in, it should be in park. Or it should reflect park. Okay. So I'm not gonna start it, and it shows park. Turn it off. So right now, starts up, shows park. I wish I had recorded it before so y'all can see it. So now I'm gonna put it in reverse. And what it should do is show here and up there, and it is in reverse. Now I'm gonna move it to neutral, drive, and you got sport. And she's good, guys. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. And that fix was actually a junkyard fix. And it only took about, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to do. So, kind of think small when you're working on stuff like this, because if you don't, you'll be out a lot of money. And we just saved ourselves a lot of troubleshooting. So continue to like, share, subscribe, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.